Hello everyone, welcome back to the VisionGATE channel. As a part of a series of videos that we are doing in order to increase awareness about the various top institutes in India, today we have with us Harshita Mishra, an ex-student or an alum of VisionGATE who secured an All India rank of 689 in GATE Computer Science 2023. And by the way, who is currently got a placement from Oracle, is here with us. And today she's going to talk about her experience at IIT Guwahati. So primarily, we will discuss about how was the faculty quality, how good did she find the curriculum to be, and she will also tell us a little bit about what the placement scenario and the internship scenario at IIT Guwahati is. As we know that the COAP rounds have been going on, there are a lot of students who have been messaging me and been asking that out of the multiple choices they have, what should they pick? We've already made videos on IIT Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, and now IIT Kanpur. So today's video is going to be on IIT Guwahati in order to increase awareness about programs at each of these IITs and help the audience make a more informed decision. So hello, Harshita. Really happy to have you.
Hello, ma'am.
Thank you. And will you please give us a small introduction of yourself?
I'm Harshita Mishra, currently pursuing M.Tech CSE in IIT Guwahati. I'm an alum of VisionGATE. I joined VisionGATE in June 2022 and appeared for exam in 23. I secured a rank of 689 and got an admission here at IIT Guwahati. So currently, I'm studying here, M.Tech.
That's wonderful. And many congratulations on your offer from Oracle.
Thank you.
You will be joining there shortly. And
Yes.
Thank you for taking out the time to talk to us about your experience at IIT Guwahati.
Yes, ma'am. I would love to share my complete journey throughout my course here.
Thank you so much. So let's dive straight into it then.
Yeah.
So can you tell us what are the different programs at IIT Guwahati that can be catered to computer science and data science students?
Okay, so there are 3 programs: CSE, which is Computer Science and Engineering, Data Science, and Robotics and Artificial Intelligence for M.Tech, and all 3 are given through COAP rounds only. So purely on the GATE score basis, there are admissions done in these 3 courses.
Okay, got it. So these are the 3 different programs that our interested students can apply for if they want to do a master's in computer science or data science related fields. Okay. So, and you pursued your M.Tech in which of these 3?
In Computer Science and Engineering.
Okay. So, in your program, how did you find the faculty quality?
Yeah, so there are great set of faculty here. They are very much, knowledgeable and expertise in their respective fields. Even the students outside of the college watch their NPTEL videos. So they are very good in teaching, and the great faculty staff is here in IIT Guwahati.
Okay. And what was your pool of interest? Was it theory, systems, or intelligent systems?
No, I was basically interested in systems.
In the systems,
I was thoroughly interested. Yes.
So did most or all of the subjects that you took, were they from the system pool, or did you take some subjects from other pools as well?
I took some machine learning, subjects to get an idea or understand more about them.
Okay.
But mainly I was always, inclined towards the system side. So that was my pool.
Okay. So how did you find the faculty, like the courses? So you basically took a lot of system courses, some of machine learning courses. So how were the courses structured? Were they more theoretical or were they more practical?
So I would say 60 to 40, 60-40 is the ratio of theory and practical. There were labs held, but more of a side, we would spend most of our time in classrooms, like for theory classes and all. There were some exams and quizzes where we would apply that knowledge, but mainly it was on theoretical side. Practical was less, but yes, there were some practical, sessions they took for the courses.
Okay. And how mathematically rigorous were these courses?
No, there was mainly no requirement of much mathematical knowledge.
Okay.
But yeah, there were some, but it was like thoroughly, taught in the class itself. So we didn't face any problems regarding to the mathematical knowledge we had before.
And how about the systems courses? What was when you were attending the classes, were you able to understand and absorb everything? Uh, like, what was the level?
Yes, similarly for systems also, everything was thoroughly, pre taught for us, whatever was required. So there was no any prior knowledge or any prior, you know, things that we need to learn before attending the courses here.
So, were the systems courses again, were they more theoretical, or did they have a lot of assignments?
System courses were mainly theoretical.
Okay.
The machine learning courses were a little bit of class tests or quizzes and all, where we were, given some applications of the things that we like learned in the class.
Okay.
So that was the difference. For systems, mainly it was theoretical.
Okay. And what do you think is the best pool offered by IIT Guwahati? Like, which has the strongest research going on right now? Which pool? Theory systems or intelligent systems?
I would say systems would
Systems.
be the, yeah, it would be the mainly the research. And also for AI ML, there are many things going on. There are many, PhDs or people working in that domain, and the
Okay.
professors are also very much interested in those domains. So I would say AI ML is more, towards the research things.
I see. Okay.
Yes,
And do you see your friends being able to, and your classmates, if they're being able to publish papers?
yes, there are many in our class also who would be publishing or who have already published the paper in
Okay.
their respective MTP, MTP phase of
I
1 year.
see. Okay. So there is a lot of support for research and
Yes, yes,
publications as well.
right.
Uh, how do you guys end up choosing a professor under whom you want to do an MTP? Do you have a set criteria for it?
Yeah, so there is a system where we, put our preferences, three preferences, either systems or AI/ML or networks and stuff. So if that is the preference given, and also there is an opportunity where you can directly approach the professor that I want to do MTP under you. So some professors choose on the basis of first come first serve, or on the basis of CGPA. So,
Okay.
and also for the students who do not want to approach directly, they are assigned the professors on a random basis. So there is an algorithm running where according to the preference, you can get the professor you wanted or the domain you wanted.
And when is this process conducted?
So for us, it was at the end of the first year.
Right.
But I think for our juniors, for this current juniors, it was after their first semester itself. So even they had a time for, like, selecting or understanding better what to do and what not to do for them. There was no any time constraint or no urgent basis, decision. It was all a very slow and a informative process, basically. So they
So
can
that
choose, yeah,
okay, so
they can
that teachers
choose
and
their,
students can both make informed decisions.
yeah, they can choose their, if they want to go system, if they want to go for system. So in the coursework also, they will choose the similar subject. Okay,
Okay.
so they have time to decide and take the coursework accordingly of their interest, which can be, which can help them in the coming MTP phase. So that
So,
was
for
the I.
example, a lot of people will be interested these days in the AI/ML pool.
Hmm.
So, I'm sure that for the teachers who are teaching AI/ML, those professors might get a lot more students
Yeah,
who are requesting to do MTP under them.
right.
So, do you feel like they use some criteria to select which students they want?
Yes, CGPA plays an important role here. So if you have a good CGPA, that itself makes an image of you as a good, good student or good. It puts a good impression about you.
Okay.
So it is important that you maintain your CGPA from the first semester itself, so that it helps for you to put a stand in front of any professor or whatever domain you like. So there is an edge. There is an edge of CGPA for this selection.
Okay. So you do get an advantage.
Yes.
So of course, so you will also be doing your MTP, like your M.Tech project in your final year. But also
Right.
there's a very big question of internships and placements as well.
Right.
So my first question would be that does IIT Guwahati provide internship opportunities?
Yes, yes, they do provide a lot of opportunities at the end of the first year for all the students, M.Tech and B.Tech. So they good companies visit and take out good students for internship process.
Okay. So for placement process, a lot of IITs have a similar process that from 1st December their interview process starts.
Right.
For M.Tech students, for the internships part, do you also have a similar decided process, or is it not as structured as the placement process?
No, there is nothing as such decided. After the first semester or at the, you know, after the second semester or the first semester, the companies visit randomly. So
Okay.
throughout the second semester, some companies would come, they would provide a form and all that you have to fill it, and then they'll schedule the test. So there is no defined time period or defined structure for that. So it
Okay.
is just a mail will be received. You can just fill out the form. Test will be conducted, and similarly for all the companies.
Okay. So they will conduct tests, and does your MTP professor, your guide under whom you're doing a project, you will need permission from him as well? Is there some requirement like that for the internship, or is everybody eligible?
uh, Eligible, everybody is eligible actually, but
Okay.
you have to approach your professor and make him understand the, ask for his permission basically.
You'd have to
So
ask for the professor's permission.
yes,
Yeah.
the department's permission and the professor's permission, both are required.
Okay, okay, okay.
Mm.
So you have to do that, and then you can get an internship opportunity.
Right.
And then the placement process is a lot more structured in that way, because
Yes.
everybody can sit for it, and you don't have to technically ask for permission. You can apply
Yeah.
for it, and then the written tests will go on for 1 or 2 months, and the interviews start on the 1st of December. That's the
Right.
process.
Yes.
So you sat for placements like about 6 months ago. What is your analysis of it in the terms of what is the proportion of SD companies that you saw at IIT Guwahati versus the ML roles related companies that you saw or openings?
Mainly there were software developer openings and
Okay.
fintech companies also visited in a good number. But MI AIML is yeah, they were less compared to the SD roles and fintech companies.
So
So
did you see like around, uh, correct me if I'm wrong, are these the proportions that the 60 to 70% of roles are either developer related roles or fintech related roles? And
yes,
then the remaining 30% are like either ML ops or data scientist role, data analyst role. Was this the proportion?
yes, yes, right. 60
Okay,
40, I would say.
okay, okay, okay. And at what point after day one, like first of all, did your entire batch get placed? Almost all of it?
Yeah, like 10 to 12% would be remaining, but rest are placed.
10 to 12% are still remaining, but most of the people are placed.
Yes.
And how long did you think it took for that to happen? Like by what time most of the people were placed?
In phase one, again, 70%, got placed
Okay.
in the phase one, which was in the month of December.
Yeah.
After that, from January, we have the phase two. And this phase two was a bit slow and was a bit, compared to phase one, it went a little cold. But there weren't many companies at first visiting. And towards the mid Feb or mid after Feb end, companies came, and still some people got placed in it, but it wasn't as rigorous as phase one or as quick as phase one.
Right.
So initially, 1st to 10 December is the most where you can, get through, and you should try that you have to get through in that particular zone. Or there are also internships and PPO opportunities. People were already having PPO in their hand before the placement. So also it is important that if in internships you know do well, or in internship you get in PPO, then it will also be good. But phase one is the main time where you can get placed, and
Right.
yeah, it's more defined thing. Phase two is just it might or it might not happen. That is it.
Okay. And what is the batch size of CSE at IIT Guwahati?
That is 60 to 65.
60 to 65 people.
Yeah.
And most of them, like, would you say around 40 to 50 people are placed?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Somewhere in that range. Got it.
Hmm.
Nice. And most of the placements you see happening are either in Hyderabad or Bangalore.
Yes, Hyderabad and Bangalore, right? Noida, some people, but yeah, these are the 2, 3
Okay.
locations where they.
Okay. And do you have any idea about what is the highest package received by an M.Tech? M.Tech CSE?
Highest package is, I think, no, I don't have an exact, number,
Okay.
but like 30, 35, 40 CTC. That
Okay.
is the CTC part, and 25 to 27 is the average base salary.
Okay. 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 Got it. So that was the entire placement scenario as well.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Harshita, for speaking to us. I think this information is going to be very vital because a lot of students are actually having multiple offers and confused as to what college can be their college of choice.
Mm.
And if IIT Guwahati CSE program is one of the admits that they've gotten, then I think looking at your video, they'll be able to be in a better position to make a choice about whether or not they want to join or which program suits them better.
Yes.
So before concluding, can you tell us if you have any advice for students if they're picking IIT Guwahati, that what should be their area of focus? Like uh, once they join IIT Guwahati, what what should be their area of focus? Like should they be working on maintaining a good GPA, and how much of a factor was it for placements as well? If you can let us know.
Yeah, so basically, according to my experience, if you after the gate exam, if you like practice a good amount of coding, there is no much mathematical needed here, or there is no AI ML knowledge that much, like in a good quantity. But if you do coding, uh, like after the gate exam, it would help a lot, because here after the first semester we are generally adapting, or we are generally busy in settling or understanding the things, and after that internship companies come for M.Tech people and for B.Tech in their year. But for M.Tech people, after the first year, after the first semester, the internship companies arise. So if you're done with your coding, and if you're proficient in that area, it would be nice for you to acquire those companies or get internships, because there is in first semester there is no time for focusing or doing your coding part, because you are busy in other things and in the other curriculum of the college. So if that is one advice, just please do focus on coding, your coding area, before coming to the IITs. I may say any IIT, because rather than only this IIT.
Right.
And and if you are basically more interested towards software roles and systems part, software roles and systems part, then it is good that you choose IIT Guwahati. It will provide a very much good, you know, uh, support to you in these areas.
Wonderful. So basically, students should practice DSA in this 1.5 months time that they have before coming to IIT Guwahati. They would
Yes.
benefit a lot from practicing DSA as well.
They will.
And in terms of maintaining CGPA, of course, you would have seen companies shortlisting students. How much of a role do you think that CGPA played in that?
Yeah, a big role actually. CGPA is a big role for internships and for placement. So if you focus it right through the first semester, it would be great. And maintaining 8.5 is a good score or a good CGPA for throughout the placement season and internships also.
One more question that I get from students is, For example, if there are some students who may want to who may be interested in one pool only, like either only theory or only systems or only ML, and they might end up choosing a lot of subjects from the same pool because it interests them. But then they ask me that instead, should I choose some subjects, like a combination of subjects which will maximize my GPA, or should I choose a set of subjects which will maximize my area of interest? So for them, what would your advice be, that what should be your choice of subject? Should you be focusing on maximizing GPA, or focusing on maximizing knowledge in the pool that you are interested in, or should they diversify?
Okay, that is a clever choice. Like actually, maintaining CGPA through subjects is easier. So I would say first, focus on CGPA, because for your area of interest, or that you can also do in your MTP, MTP phase, or like side thing. But if you are not able to score a good CGPA, then you might not get into that particular domain of your choice in MTP. So it is also, a disadvantage there. So I would say, like, make a good CGPA at least for the first year of your MTP, first year of your M.Tech, and then you can join up your domains professor for MTP, and then you can work on that your area of interest. So I would say for coursework, just please focus on CGPA.
Yeah, I think that is very sound advice, because we need to maintain everything. Of course, we need to also deep dive in our area of interest, but at the same time, for people for whom placement is the end goal, I think we also need to deploy a little bit of a practical approach over there.
Yes, right.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, Harshita. It was lovely. Many congratulations on the offer that you've gotten from Oracle. You're gonna do lovely, and I'm hoping this video is going to help clear the air and the confusion for people who have IIT Guwahati as one of their choices. For everyone who liked this and actually benefited out of this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please help and support us to grow as a channel. And you can tell us in the comment section below what are the kind of videos that you would be more interested in, and we would be happy to come up with such videos. Thank you, Harshita. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.